What's up YouTube, Electric Cakes here, back at it again with another video, and today we got something different. We're going to be going over the Nike Cortez Union LA collaboration. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now here is going to be the box. We do have Union Nike branding all around. Now this is going to be a size 9.5. This is my personal size. But unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be keeping this pair just because of the sizing. I will go into that later in the review, and as well an on-feet look. Now let's get into the box. Now the paper inside, I will say, is really cool. We do have Nike Cortez branding inside, and you know, just kind of goes over the history. These were originally made in '72, and I believe it was a running shoe, so that's just really dope. The presentation of the box is really cool. And let's go ahead and get into the shoe. Bam, Nike Cortez Union LA collaboration. These retailed at $130. So you're not paying a crazy premium for this collaboration, which is really nice. Makes it accessible for a lot of people. And there was a decent amount of pairs, so if you wanted the shoe, you could have got it on release. If not, the resale's not going too crazy right now. I'm also going to get into that later in the video. Now let's get into the shoe. Starting with the swoosh, we have this red suede. The quality on that suede, I will say, for a Nike shoe, we're looking at around probably a 6 out of 10. It's not the greatest. We also do have that suede all around the shoe. We do have multiple materials on the shoe. We also have this textile. I will say the textile material with the green beige stripes is actually really nice. It's a very nice tight weave for the textile. I just don't know how they're going to wear over time and if they're going to rip easily. But, you know, these things do get wear tested, and I will say it does feel pretty good when it comes to that textile material. The suede, not so much, but yeah. The midsole itself, it's going to be this kind of foam material. You can press on it. I don't want to press on it too hard. I feel like it's going to leave an indentation on the midsole. But it's kind of that recycled material. There's a little bit of holes. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah. Now let's get onto the front of the shoe. Around the mudguard, we do have this extra reinforcement, as well on the back tab of the shoe. In between the midsole and the back tab, we have that additional reinforcement. Now the outsole, uniform color, we do have Nike Cortez outsole right there. Now let's go to the back tab. Union logo. Now behind it, this is really cool. This is one of my favorite features from the shoe. Flips open, revealing the Nike branding. So it's just those little touches that make the shoe unique. As well as on the eyelets, we do have that split eyelet, so two different materials. The suede colors, so we have that tan beige, and then it goes into that red. The laces, kind of like a rope lace, but they're very thin, so it's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but the laces do feel nice. The quality feels pretty nice on them. Kind of that unique kind of color, like multicolor. So it's really dope. Also do have the little lace lock or lace tag. Not quite sure what it's called, but it does say Cortez 72. Nike Cortez came out in 72. So Nike Union on the tag. Now the tongue, I will say the quality feels really nice. We do have a leather material on the tongue, or underneath the tongue, so that's what's going to be touching your foot. Exposed foam on the tongue as well. Now let's get into the insole. Yes, we do have a cork insole, so that's really dope. That's what I like to see with Nike Union branding on there as well. Now, as you guys know, I do love extra laces, and yes, they gave us extra laces. These green laces, not quite sure how it's gonna look on the shoe, but I do really like it when they always give us like something additional to the shoe, whether it's laces, whether it's like a cool little tag. I think it just brings a lot more life to the shoe, and you can be creative with your outfits and just color coordinating, so that's one cool thing. Union LA tag on the shoe. But yeah, overall, the shoe, I like it. I think it's a pretty cool design. I do see it being hard to wear just because it's not going to match with everything, or just making these outfits is going to be a little bit difficult. But I can see some crazy, really creative outfits being done with this shoe. Overall, I do like the shoe, the quality. For $130, you are getting pretty good quality on this shoe. Now let's quickly touch on the resale of the shoe. It did retail for $130. It's not reselling for anything right now. So if you do want this shoe, I will say go get it right now. Get it right now, because what happens when shoes aren't going for, they're going like under retail, for retail $10 over retail. When people buy the shoes, they're buying the shoe to wear the shoe. So there's just less pairs in the market. So if you want your pair, go get it now, because in the future, I can see these going up, like maybe 2, 3, 4 years down the road, not because of the hype of the shoe, but because of scarcity, and there's just not that many pairs DS in the market. So that's what's gonna make most shoes go up in the future. So if you want it, just go get it right now. That's what I do recommend. Yeah, this is one of 3 colorways. They all aren't reselling for anything. I believe this was the first one. This is actually my favorite out of the 3, but you know, pretty cool shoe overall. But yeah, let's go ahead and get onto sizing for this shoe, because sizing is gonna be very, very iffy with this shoe. I will say, if you are on the wider side, I wouldn't even get this shoe. Like me personally, I have a wider foot. This is a 9.5. I went true to size, and I pretty much stretch out the whole shoe, like on the sides, like my feet stick out. It's a very, very narrow shoe, if you guys can tell from the outsole and just kind of looking at the shape of the shoe. And I also have heel slippage, so even if I went half size down, that would fix the heel slippage, but then be extremely tight. Go half size up, but then the heel slippage would be worse. Now you do have a couple options. Take out the insole, double sock. Those are things that I've done in the past for certain shoes, but I wouldn't go out of my way to do it for this shoe. I just think it's not that comfortable, and that's just one thing that I like to do, is if I'm buying a shoe, I want to be comfortable in it. I'm going to be wearing it all day, so I just don't want to put myself through that anymore. I've done it in the past with other shoes, but just growing up, I'm just like, you know, it's sometimes not worth it. But yeah, let's go ahead and get onto that on feet look.